The brain is like a muscle. It responds if you tone it. And learning how to remember is done with effort and practice. And it's kind of hard at first, kind of like exercising at first is really hard. But as you start to get your body toned up and working for you, you get to the point where exercise feels good.
Can you say that again?
Can I delete that?
No.
Take two. You get to the point that when you want to talk about exercise, you turn it over to Dr. Paige Monet.
You gotta do it. No, what you said really made me stop and think. You said learning how to remember. And I wondered how you do that.
How do you learn how to remember?
Yeah, because
Do you remember that game where you've got the little thing and it's got the 4 colors and it beeps? Yeah. And you try to see how many you can remember. Mm-hmm. That is a memory development game. Mm-hmm. A lot of the things in learning are memorization. For example, the color blue. Mm-hmm. Now, when you think of blue, you think of the sky, and we know when it looks like that, that's blue. And this color's red. But there is nothing that links that color with the letters BLUE. Blue is an arbitrary syntax thing that somebody made up, and they blew it. So you have to just memorize. The color's real. And so you have to say, okay, this is going to be the handle we put on it. That's memorization. A lot of learning involves memorization. When I'm working with the courseware development team, I tell them that you need to be very careful what you expect the students to memorize. Mm. There are things in a lesson that they need to memorize. And don't make them memorize things that are worthless. There's some things they need to be exposed to, but they don't need to memorize them.
So you're putting a lot of things into Acellus that these kids have no idea, but it's empowering them to really...
They're figuring it out. These kids are smart. They're figuring it out. But yeah, we're putting things in. But developing your memory and maintaining it. If you don't use your memory, just like if you don't use your muscles, you lose them.
That's true.
And so you need to use your brain. I was talking the other week about when I drive, if I'm in a place where I can, I will do it without the GPS because I want to see if I can remember the maps. Way back before we had GPS and cell phones that could bring it into our hands, I would travel quite a bit. And as I would go to different cities, I would try to make a map of that city and learn it. And so you're driving down this road, and I try to notice every road that I went by, and then I'm driving over here, and when I say Sepulveda Boulevard, La Palma, then I say, oh, those roads connect. And so I start filling in the blank places in the map. I think that's really healthy. You need to challenge yourself. And one of the neat things is memorizing all of the cities in Los Angeles and San Francisco and São Paulo, Brazil, and London and Belgium was good practice, but it's not nearly as useful as the knowledge the teachers have identified in your lessons that you need to memorize. Try and memorize it and get good at it. And as you get good at memorization, it becomes easier. And as you get good at it and you start scoring better, you're going to like school a lot more. I want school to be fun as number 2. But as number 1, I want school to be effective. And I want it to empower you to do great things and have wonderful lives.